All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone. Shalom to the Akim and a few Akwath who may be listening. This is your brother Batakallah from the GMS camp here in Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, and as you know, today is so-called New Year's Eve, which is not the New Year, just to make that very clear. All right, the real New Year is in the spring, around the time of the Passover, which is in March, when all the new life, comes out of the earth, as far as, plant life, etc. Only these Edomites call the New Year a time where, it's cold, there is nothing growing, These Edomites wicked, all right, and they make their own shit up. It is what it is, all right, but, according to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the new year is not on January 1st, just to make that clear. But nonetheless, this is the way Esau keeps the calendar. So that's what they call it. But at the end of the day, whether it's a new year or not, the sentiment and the spirit is the same. All right. And really, all that matters is that, things are moving forward on the Lord's time. This place is waxing more wicked and more wicked. And we're getting closer and closer to the time where Yahweh Shai is going to come back and lay this place low and raise up the kingdom of heaven, his kingdom and his people, and his elect, all right, in the name of his father, Yahweh, all right. But, and Lord willing, we be at that number. But nonetheless, we're moving forward towards that. And, it's always good to remember where you at, remember what you're doing, remember who you're dealing with, all right, whether it be these heathens, whether it be these 2/3, all right. But so we're going to just get some scriptures, and Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson, all right. This is John chapter 15 and verse 18. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. All right. So, while all of these people that's in the world, all these Jakes that's in the world, all these Edomites and heathens are looking forward to the year 2025 and beyond. And, they're thinking about what they're going to do to continue to establish themselves in this wicked kingdom and, to forward their life in this wicked kingdom. We have the understanding that we are not wanted here. All right. And we don't want to be here, first and foremost. Forget about whether these 2/3 and these heathens want us here or not. We don't want to be here. OK, this place is wicked. All right. This place is contrary to what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has set up. And it's contrary to what we are, to the best of our ability, the lifestyle that we live in, man. All right. Completely wicked is how I would describe this place, man. Okay, so we when we're dealing with these people, when we're outside, when we are going through our day-to-day life, we have to keep this in our mind. Now, it doesn't mean that you go and you act like a jerk or fly off the handle or do some crazy shit, but you always are in your mind understanding that this is not our rest, this is not our kingdom, and we're not really here to put this kingdom first, all right? We're here to put the Lord first and to learn how to do that properly. All right? And the Lord has set it up for us to do that in an environment where this is the most difficult environment there is to put the Lord first. Everything is wicked, everybody is wicked. All right? When you are putting the Lord first in your life, all these demons come against you, all these wicked people come against you, but it's a part of the walk and it's a part of, what the Lord has, Lord willing, chosen us to do so that we can become part of the elect. Okay? This verse 20. Remember the world, Slaki, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. All right, so as we all know, Yahweh Shai, when he was on this earth, as Yahweh Shai, He didn't commit no infractions against the law. He didn't do anybody wrong. He didn't do anybody dirty. He was a righteous man, a clean and perfect man. And these devils and these demonic jakes, they still, put him to death, man. They still came against him. They still were trying to stop his ministry, while he was living and after, because they still trying to stop the ministry of Yahushua to this day. All right, because, as the scriptures say, we have entered into other man's labors. And that's all we've done is entered into the labors that Yahushua taught us to do, man. And we're carrying that forward to the best of our ability. And Lord willing, we endure to the end. But, there's no pleasing these people, man. Because, even if you wicked like one of them, they still going to deal with you wickedly. If you righteous, and of course none of us can be, on the level that Yahushua was on, but if you're righteous to the best of your ability and you deal with people properly, they still are trying to find ways to be wicked and undermine you and to ruin what you're doing, man. Okay? But, as the scripture said, if they dealt with Yahushua like that, you have to expect for them to deal with you like that if that's who you're following after, okay? A servant is not better than his Lord. So we expect these people to come against us. And yeah, of course, it'll happen and in a moment it'll upset you. But it's a part of the walk. We have to know how to control our spirit and to be able to just roll with the punches and keep moving. And first and foremost, not allow anything to offend us so greatly that we fall out of this truth. All right. But this verse 21, but all these things they will do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. All right. So, these people, they have a problem with Yahushua. They're coming against us in particular because, a lot of these low level 2/3 and these low level heathens, they don't really know what's going on. They just have demons that take over their body and come against us. All right. And they don't understand why they do a lot of the things that they do on a spiritual level. Of course, carnally, they'll pinpoint some shit they don't like about you and tell themselves whatever. But on a spiritual level, they don't understand that the reason why they really doing what they doing to you. But these elites and these wicked high up warlocks and witches that come against us as a whole, they understand what they doing. And they understand that they coming against us because we coming in the name of Yahushua. All right. But, it's balance to it, even though we have to deal with all of these things because of the fact that we're coming in the name of Yahushua. We're going to be rewarded for having to endure all these things for his name as well, man. All right. Yahushua is coming to raise up those who are found following his way, the 100% way. All right. When he comes back to this place, those are the elect that are following the truth, 100% truth. He's going to deliver those people, man. Lord willing, we be at that number. All right. But let's get to the next one. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 17. It says, this I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahweh through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart. All right. So once we come into this truth, we have to separate ourselves in the way that we operate from the way that these other people operate. Now, of course, we are in this wicked society, so it's impossible to do things and get things done without having to interact with these wicked people. All right. You have a job. The people at your job are going to be more than likely wicked. You go to the grocery store, the people that you are around at the store or whatever, any type of interactions, you're going to have to interact with wicked people. It's just a part of being in this wicked society. All right. But just because you interact with these people and like I said, you don't treat them, you don't act like an idiot around these people, man. You don't be a jerk to them. You don't have a holier than thou spirit than them, but mentally you understand that you're not trying to be like them, man. All right. And you don't carry out the acts that they carry out. You don't glorify the acts that they glorify. All right. But you don't have to be on Front Street about it either. All right. You conduct yourself a certain way, and you move wise as a serpent and as harmless as a dove, so that you can actually get the things that you need to get done in this world, so that you can use the world and not abuse it. All right. We all have bills. We all have responsibilities that we have to take care of in and outside of this truth. All right. We are part of a brotherhood, and that comes with sometimes having to help each other out, whether it be financially, whether it be spiritually, whether it be just giving a brother somebody to talk to, whatever. All right. But in order to be able to do all those things effectively, we're going to have to deal with people in the world. But it's about mentally knowing that you're not a part of that, man. And it's about conducting yourself in a way that separates you from that, but not doing it in a way that's abrasive to other people. All right. Because you're already going to have to deal with enough with these demons jumping on these people just because they know you, the demon know you in the truth, and he's trying to knock you off your horse. Okay. You don't want to have to add fuel to the fire of already what we got to deal with by walking around being a jerk, but you still want to be checked out and move a certain way that's not the way that these people operate. Okay, if you can understand what I'm saying. This is verse 19. Whose being past feeling have given themselves over to unto lasciviousness, to work all uncleanliness with greediness. All right, so these people in the world, they are given over to the wicked ways of this world. They're given over to unclean actions. They're given over to greed, and they follow behind. They do all of these things that they do with greed in mind. All right, think about your celebrities. They do all of the wicked, unclean, lascivious acts, all these wicked sacrifices, all of that in the name of greed and wanting to have more than the next Jake. All right. These Edomites that's in charge of society, they do the same thing. They do all of these wicked acts. They do all of these, they defraud people. They do whatever they got to do to make sure that they can take everything from everybody. All right. And they're given over to that wicked spirit, those evil acts, those evil deeds. That's who they are now, man. All right. And we got to be contrary to that. We got to give ourselves over to righteousness. And we got to be working towards righteousness to the best of our ability every day. All right. So that all of our acts are selfless. All of our acts are righteous, instead of how these people of the world are, where all of their acts are unclean. Everything that they do is about being selfish. It's about being greedy. We don't want to be like that. All right. And that's why we have to mentally separate ourselves from how these people act and operate. All right. But ye have not learned Salakia, but ye have not so learned Hamashiach, if so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushai, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. All right, so once we come into this truth, we got to put off, because we was all like that at one particular point. We was all of the world at one particular point, of our lifetime. All right. And the Elder Yak brings that out all the time. We was all about the parties, the drugs, the hoes, the money. We was all about that at one particular time. And Thawadi Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we've been given an opportunity to fight for a spot, and to be at a number of the elect, an opportunity to fight. Remember that. Nobody has a ticket punched. From the Apostle Tahar on down, they'll say it themselves. All the high-ranking men, all the way to the lowest-ranking man, is going to tell you in GMS, we don't know if we going to make it, man. We are doing with the best that we can, and Lord willing, the Lord has mercy on us, man, and finds us worthy. All right. But we've been given an opportunity to fight for a spot in the elect. All right. And a part of that fight is us putting off the old man, putting off our old ways to the best of our ability, man. Giving up those things that we used to do in the world that are going off, whether it be dietary things, whether it be, brothers had a weed smoking demon on them. I had a weed smoking demon on me, had to give that up. Brothers have committed adultery in the past. myself included, you got to give all that up, man. You can't be like how these people are in the world, man. All right, but we doing it for a chance to be of the elect, you know, and we trying to renew ourselves and become a new man, you know, as the scripture said. All right. But I'm gonna read 22 again, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness. All right. So that's what we have to do, man. That's what we got to do. We have to put away what we used to be about, and we have to continue to grow and get better. All right. And it's not a overnight process, man. This is something that we're going to be doing and fighting, you know, for all the way up until Yahweh Shai comes back, man. And Lord willing, when he comes back, our fight will be counted worthy enough for us to be counted among the elect. All right. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one another. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down on your wrath. All right. So we have to, so like it, neither give place to the devil. So we have to just stop acting like how niggas in the world act. All right. We have to be forward with one another, you know, especially when we're talking about this brotherhood. All right. We have to treat each other properly. We can't be transgressing against one another. And if a brother offends you, you have to call that out and hash that out immediately. You don't allow things to fester, because that's how Satan will creep in, and that's how people fall out by feeling offended at certain things. And this certain brothers, I ain't been in the truth, but, you know, about 4 years, maybe 5, you know, I think 4 though, Salakia. But, you know, certain brothers have fallen out, and when you talk to them or run into them, you know, outside in the street, and they tell you certain things that are reasons why they fell out, they bringing up stuff that happened years ago that they never addressed, man, with the person that they say offended them, or whatever it is that they thought happened. They never addressed the situation, and that festered and turned into them falling out, man. All right, so we got to leave that behind. That's a woman's spirit to just bite your tongue and be offended and not say nothing. And then now these demons are talking to you in your mind about shit, man. And the demon take over, and now you out the truth. So we got to put that behind us too, man. All right. This Philippians chapter 3 and verse 13. Slaki, I'm going to actually go and I'm going to finish with that. I'm going to go to Revelation first, because it's something. See, we have to change the way that we operating, because, you know, the Lord is coming back with a vengeance, man. He's coming back to destroy everything that's contrary to him and establish his kingdom, man. And those who are in the right mind and those who are following after Yahweh Shai, when Yahweh Shai comes back, are going to be the ones that are set up to govern in his kingdom. All right. And be joint heirs with him in his kingdom. But all other jakes going to get destroyed, man. And a vast majority of you heathens is going to get destroyed. And those of you who don't are going to be put to work in captivity to build our kingdom up, and then continue to be tributaries after your 1,000 years of hardcore slavery ends. And as far as you Edomites, once your hardcore slavery is over, it ain't going to be no more Edomites after that. All right. But let's get this scripture. Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled, to her double. All right, so Yahweh is sending Yahweh Shai back to come and rescue the elect and to destroy this wicked kingdom. All right, America is going to get destroyed. All you other governments all around the world are going to be taken out. All of you people are going to bend the knee to Yahweh Shai. Those who don't want to bend the knee to Yahweh Shai are going to get destroyed. All of you heathens that survive the upcoming wars and all of that are going to be put to work, man. Point blank, period. All right. And as far as you Edomites, and America is going to receive double, man. All right. And you Edomites in general, especially you bankers, y'all going to receive double what you did to us, man. All right. And that's why we have to change the way we live in now, and live the way that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai intended for us to live to the best of our ability now, so that when the Lord comes back, because he coming back like a thief in the night. Nobody knows when he's returning, but he's going to return on the Lord's time. And when he returns, it's going to get ugly out here, which is why it's better to just get to it right now. That way you don't got to worry about, oh, well, the Lord coming back tomorrow and I ain't been on my shit. You don't have to worry about it. If you get busy right now, you don't got to worry. Stay busy, stay prayed up, and Lord willing, the Lord will deliver you, man. All right. But, let's see. This verse 7, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. All right. And that's the Esau's mentality, but it trickles down to all of you 2/3 Jakes, because, like Sirach the 10th chapter says, as a judge is, so are the people. Salaki, let me just get it because I don't want to butcher that. But you Jakes, you follow after the way that Esau is. So just like Esau doesn't believe that the Lord is coming back to destroy this place and to make them pay for everything they did to us, you Jakes don't think the Lord is coming back to destroy you and make you pay for your transgressions either. All right. This Sirach 10:2, as a judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So you 2/3, you got the same mentality as these heathens, as far as saying, oh yeah, the Lord ain't never coming back to get me. I'm gonna just keep being wicked and keep doing what I want to do, and I'm gonna scoff the prophets and whatever else wicked spirit, whatever else these wicked spirits that you got on you tell you to do, you do it, and you don't think the Lord is coming back to get square with you for that, man. Just like Esau don't believe that the Lord is coming back to get square with him. Oh, well, that happened hundreds of years ago. Nobody's left alive that had slaves anymore. And yeah, all that shit is cool. But the Lord is coming back to make all you heathens and all you 2/3 pay, regardless of whether you decide to acknowledge it or not. Okay. This verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. And that's why we need to change the way we operating right now. Because you're not going to want to be on the receiving end of what the Lord is bringing over here, man. All right. These people are going to dwell in torments. And Lord willing, from the apostles and the elders on down, we are not of that number that's going to have to deal with that, man. Lord willing, we are the elect. And we can get delivered out of this place. Because dwelling in torments it sounds, the problem with Jake is that they think that the worst that can happen to them is the shit that Esau done did to niggas. And first of all, Esau only did what the Lord made him do, number one. Number two, it's a whole nother level. It's whole other levels with an S that the Lord can take it to, and that's what's coming back, man. When he comes back, that's what he's bringing with him. Whole different levels of torment and anguish that you people ain't never had to deal with before. And it's not, and you're going to have to deal with it on his time. It ain't going to be no quick, I got shot in the head and I'm dead now type of shit going on, man. Y'all going to really stew in that sorrow. And Lord willing, like I said, from the apostle to Har on down, none of us are considered in that number. Lord willing, we are of the elect and we can get delivered out of here. This Philippians 3:13. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh and Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. All right. And that's what we have to do, man. All right. We got to fight for our opportunity to be delivered from this place. Lord willing, the effort that we put in will be counted worthy enough, and we can all be delivered from the apostle to Har on down. Okay. But with this being said, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory To Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim and a few Akwat who may be listening. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. And until next time, Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, and Abad Babal.